Welcome to the Nightmare Vault, where the shadows remember, even if the world forgets. Tonight, we descend into the Mountain View House and tell the people's story. They built it in the 1860s. Tucked deep into the hills of New Hampshire, the Mountain View House was luxury wrapped in isolation. But behind the velvet curtains, beneath the creaking floors, was something older than any guest who ever checked in. A hotel maid who never left because she couldn't. She died on the third floor. Some say she jumped, others say she was pushed. But the truth is darker. By the 1920s, guests were whispering about voices in the halls. Children heard laughter at midnight when no one else was awake. Doors locked from the inside. Windows flung open in the dead of winter. And always, the feeling of being watched. But not by a person. By something older, something hungry. The owners kept it quiet. Money protects secrets, but staff started quitting. Some wouldn't even step into certain rooms. Room 314, they call it the silent one. Because if you stay there long enough, you start to hear your own voice repeating things you never said. Begging, pleading, sometimes promising, and then there's the basement. During renovations in the 70s, workers found bones buried beneath the floor. Too many to be explained away as one person. No one called the police. The bones were quietly removed. And that's when the screams began. Not out loud, but in people's dreams. Guests reported sleepwalking, waking up in hallways barefoot, whispering the same phrase, "We didn't choose this." A paranormal team investigated in 1994. Only 2 made it through the night. The third, Kyle Weaver, was found in the woods behind the property. His eyes were open, but he wasn't seeing anything. He repeated one word for hours: beneath. When they checked the footage, the final 30 minutes were corrupted. Glitching, screaming, and a shape crawling across the ceiling on all fours backward. The owners tried to rebrand, changed the decor, brought in new staff, renamed the haunted rooms, but the energy didn't leave. If anything, it got stronger. Because here's the truth no one wants to admit. The Mountain View House was built on displacement. Stolen land, sacred land, where people once gathered under the stars to bury their dead with honor. The mountain remembers, the ground remembers. And the house, it doesn't haunt, it echoes. Every voice trapped in its walls belonged to someone who was silenced, forced to suffer in a place meant for the elite. Their pain wasn't just emotional. It was spiritual, and now they speak, in flickering lights, in cold spots that follow you, in dreams you'll never forget. This isn't a ghost story, it's a people's story, and it's still being written. Because when you visit the Mountain View House, you don't just check in, you offer a piece of yourself. And when you leave, if you leave, something may follow you home. And whisper in your own voice, "We didn't choose this, but now neither do you." Subscribe to the